All right, so I'm on USAA, and I'm messing around my auto insurance coverage, and you should do the same here too. And I'm just kind of playing around with the tool that USAA has about your current coverages and your pending coverages, and vice versa. The problem with having a big family is that our auto insurance rates are through the roof. So I'm paying $584 right now. Ouch! I just got these dogs right next to me biting on my left hand. Cats are nuts. So I was like, wow, that's pretty high. So that's $7,000 a year. I have two, well, not of a teenager, but I got teenage daughter driving. And she just got her license last year. I got, ouch, Finny, good night. Ow, hey, look, now you're on camera, buddy. And everyone saw you biting on me. Look at this guy. He's so cute. Do you see him? Oh boy, okay. Pablo. All right, so I got so I have a daughter who's at what's she, 20 years old? Yeah, 20 at Georgia Tech. I have a daughter who's a teenager, who's a junior in high school, and then I got two kids coming up who aren't driving yet. But that's how expensive this stuff can be, man. And so I was like, well, I wonder if we mess around with this. So basically, the rule of thumb is you want $100,000 property damage liability and $300,000 to $500,000 on bodily injury per person and per accident. All right, that's the rule of thumb. It's, if you can afford it, that's what you want. So I started messing around. I said, okay, that's what I'm paying right now. Now, USA does give you a what's called a dividend rebate at the end of the year. So you're paying more up front, and then they're going to give you some money back. So it depends on how much you pay. But we usually get, I don't know, $600 back or something like that. So that, shave $50 a month off this. But still, it's not cheap. You know what I'm saying? These dogs are nuts. I love them, though. Oh, my goodness. I love these dogs. Do you hear them? But anyway, so I'm just kind of playing around. So I'm looking at what if I reduce it. So let me show you what I've done here. What I've done here is I've my current liability coverage, $300,000 to $500,000. If you hurt somebody in an auto accident, we'll help pay up to $300,000 to $500,000, which is bodily injury per accident, which is $500,000. Ouch! And bodily injury per person, which is $300,000. Would you stop? Jeez, man. And then bodily damage liability is $100,000. All right, so you can see what my monthly premiums are with these things. All right, so ow. Let me show you what this guy's doing. Can you guys see Shark Boy? Ouch. There's Shark Man. Ow. Stop, for heaven's sake, stop. Ow. I love wrestling. Ow. Okay, man, those teeth are killing me, buddy. All right, Finny. Oh, boy. All right, stop. Whew. Oh, my goodness. Finn. All right, no, stop right now. Good night. I said stop. Finn. I know you're just a baby. Pablo's like, dude, get that dog away from me. All right, there we go. But if I change it to $100,000 to $300,000 bodily injury per person and per accident, it drops it by what's that? $35 a month. If I change my property damage liability, it only drops by $4 a month. So, if I double my property damage liability, all right, Finn, stop. Good night. Pablo's like, leave me alone. So you can see here, property damage liability is only $4 a month more by doubling your liability coverage. To go from $100,000 to $300,000 and $300,000 to $500,000, it increased my coverage by, again, $37 a month. So that's what you got to contend with. So you definitely want to increase your property damage liability. It doesn't make sense not to, because for $4 a month, I mean, that's $50 a year for double of your property damage liability. So let me pause for just a sec. But here I went up to $100,000 property damage liability, and I dropped my bodily injury per person per accident to $100,000 to $200,000. It saves $54. So again, it's the bodily injury. Well, all right, you got to relax. The bodily injury per thing. All right, no, get down. The bodily injury per person. You guys are watching what I do with every single day. No, hey, all right. You see what's going on here? Stop. Good dogs. Good dogs. No, relax. Anyway, so the bodily injury per person and per accident is where you really pay the expenses. All right. Now, the property damage liability is pretty cheap insurance, so you definitely want to get that coverage because it doesn't cost that much. And that is just literally if you swipe somebody who swipes somebody in a car and you got two cars totaled, your insurance will cover that for the most part, up to the extent of your body or personal damage liability. But if you had a bodily injury and where people are hurting for certain, man, that you want to make sure you have ample coverage there for sure. It ain't cheap, man. That's all there is to it, but it's worth it to have that for sure. So anyway, I thought I'd give you this tutorial as well as seeing dogs. Finny, get on camera. Finny. Whoa. Because dogs are always good for YouTube videos for sure. All right, so anyway, make sure you update your coverage because you've got to make sure you're not at risk. All right, you guys, right, stop, Pablo. You want to say something, Pops? Here goes Pablo. They say, cover, make sure you got coverage, everybody. Make sure you got coverage. Oh, boy. And now, actually, I want to try something here. Maybe we can try getting an umbrella quote here. Hold on a second. Here's an umbrella for $1 million, and it's $41 a month. What's that? Roughly $500 a year. All right. Now the funny thing is, some of the stuff they ask: do you have an exotic pet? The answer is no, but they're exotic to me. It says, has your pet bitten anyone in the last year or something like that? Other than me, no. They do ask if you have a swimming pool. They ask if you're a high-profile member, which of course we are not. What else they ask you? They just ask you. Oh, let's see. We can go back. Ask, say, do you own an exotic animal? No. Do you own a home or vehicle that is used for farming, business, commercial purchases, or short-term rental? No. Do you have a high profile or social status? No. I got high social status. I'm high society. And then, do any of your members of the household been involved in a personal liability lawsuit where they're the claimant in the last 5 years? No. And so they just want to make sure when you're getting coverage that they are not going to be at risk, if that makes sense. Now the issue for us is that we have we have 6 people in this family, of which teenagers, and that's always going to be a challenge because some teenagers can get into trouble, believe it or not. So anyway, that's how you go through getting quotes on stuff, and you just got to be doing this, man, because you're more likely to have your house burned down, get in a car crash. I mean, I'm not going to say get sued, but that is stuff that could happen. All right. And if you're not covered because you're ignorant about it, that's just the wrong answer. You got to make sure you have coverage. And if it costs an extra couple $100 a month or a year, well, maybe even a month, depending on what it is, you got to make sure you have the proper coverage. So update that stuff. All right. We'll see you guys.